Hi, beautiful souls. I don't know who's going to see this. I didn't put up a little prompt, but I just feel like I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm transforming, like we all are. And I felt like I'm going to just click live. I'm going to jump on. I'm going to talk more about healing our body. And I think that this is, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. This is a really important topic because everybody is feeling pain in some shape or form. And I just find it so impressive. I just want, oh, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome. I'm going to start talking about healing our body. And I want to share a bit about the transformation that I took because I feel like I was always very spiritual from a child. If you're following me, please do subscribe and join in this journey because together is how we rise. I was always very keen on wanting to learn about mind and behavior and emotional intelligence because I was surrounded by, if you're following me, I talk about being surrounded by lots of illness, which I could see was shaped by society and I just couldn't handle it. So I studied and studied and studied, but what I neglected and learned in the last 10 years was my body. Our body is always talking to us, but they did a really good job making sure that we only ever studied in school like head and shoulders, knees and toes. But you were never taught that if your head and shoulders, knees and toes are talking to you, it's trying to help you rise. It's trying to help you tap into your subconscious thoughts because this is what's so profound. I never knew, and of course, we were never taught to know that everything is energy. Everything is energy. So if you're going into a workplace, into school, into any environment, I want you to reflect on how those places make you feel. Do you notice that your body feels a sensation the minute that you enter any environment? Like nature, for one thing, will always make you feel a wonderful frequency. This is how you can know there's energy everywhere. Even just having an encounter with somebody, you feel that energy. And if you're an empath, like now they're coming up with all these words, like I just always called it that I was really sensitive. But I could really hi everybody starting to join. Hi. Talking about our body and wellness and the connection between your mind, body, soul, and spirit. There's just so many factors. And I was just talking about how I'm really conscious and always was really conscious of like the mind and the soul and the spirit, but very often neglected, always actually until the last 10 years, neglected my body. And what I mean by that is, and we all experience this because it's classified as normal. If you're eating crappy things because that's what's on the shelves, you feel like it's normal to feel like bloated and gassy and gross and all of those signs and symptoms are your body talking to you, telling you that it doesn't want to digest that stuff. It's not necessarily fuel for you. So there's all of these factors that our body want to help. Hi everybody. Okay, can you please let me know if this live isn't scratchy like the last one? Is the feed okay? Is the volume okay? I'm trying to do it outside and I'm not sure if it's working, but hello everyone. Thanks for joining. If you're just jumping in, talking about healing our body and how you have your mind, body, soul, and spirit. These all matter. All of these factors really do play a role in our holistic health. And the body part, we're not taught this. Like I was saying, head and shoulders, knees and toes isn't enough to understand this incredible vessel that we are borrowing to experience this humanness. So, I am going to share with you how I transformed my body as it started to talk to me. So as you start to get older, it's one thing, like your body when you're young is so easily adaptable to everything. And it's really, really hard to recognize, because as you get older, everybody is feeling the same signs and symptoms. Like when I was transforming my diet, for one thing, it was like everyone around me was still eating like big, the whole pizza, the whole thing of pasta. And then after feeling like, oh, you want to like unbutton your pants, you just feel. And this is what's sad, is that society has taught us to call that feeling full, it feeling satisfied. Like I couldn't believe it when I started to cut those things out and I never had those signs and symptoms. And here's what's so interesting. I didn't even feel the contrast. Like when I was feeling good, I wasn't as aware of it until I went back and had like that piece of pizza, or the after cutting it out for a while and then feeling that sensation again. And I was like, oh, there it is. That's, oh my gosh, I didn't feel that for the last week when I wasn't doing this, when I wasn't eating. So if you were watching, and if you're following me, watch my other video on about like start something, stop, quit. This is a process that really, really helps. It's contrast. Then you start to see and feel, how your body is talking to you and telling you what feels really good. Because you can eat so much crap because of what they've put in it. Like there's chemicals, please understand this. There's chemicals in, for sure, I've studied like Oreos and Doritos. Do you notice you can eat the whole thing and you don't feel full? Because they've put a chemical in it that doesn't let your gut tell you that you're full. And so you can consume the whole thing and then you'll have sensations for the next week and you're not going to the bathroom right and all of these different things, but you think you're satisfied. And they put addictive agents in it so that you'll crave it. Isn't that interesting? You actually crave it. So you have to go through a withdrawal when you're cutting these things out. It's so incredible. And how you know that this is true is because if you do eat that stuff, maybe you've been able to consume the whole thing. But if I gave you a big bowl of salad, could you eat the whole thing? Could you eat the whole thing and not feel full at some point? Your body not be like, okay, I can't have one more bite or I'm going to be sick. Because your body is talking to you. So now I want to take it one step further. I really get surprised when it's so accurate. Oh my gosh, isn't this so true? It's so accurate. Can't realize the importance of energy. The flow in the body. Talking about energy and our flow in our body. Acupuncture in the lumbar spine. Okay, that's so profound. Thank you so much for sharing that, because one of the things I was doing was going to the doctors all the time when I was having all of these signs and symptoms and starting to have gut issues. And then I was going to chiropractor like every single week, following, still kind of in the matrix, being like, well, okay, I'm supposed to go and get health care. No. So then when they started to want to diagnose me, that's what transformed my life. I went, you know what? No, wait a minute. If I cut myself, it heals. If I break a bone, it heals. There's got to be a way that if I give my body what it wants and what it needs, it will heal itself. So that's when I started to go, okay, well, they're not going to tell me this stuff, so I better go and find out. And I went crazy doing all kinds of natural healing. That's what got me into energy healing. And I went and became a Reiki master. And then I went into like reflexology and like you talk about acupuncture. And then I'm getting into all of the, hi, thanks for joining, talking about healing our body and energy. Then I started getting into, the reflexology blew my mind when she's pushing something on my foot that's helping my jaw or something. Like, I was wowed. Then the most transformational thing I did was went to a naturopath. And what was incredible was 3.5, 4 years, almost a lifetime of all kinds of signs and symptoms. And I could have fallen for like, it runs in the family, it's in my DNA. But no, I knew everything in me and we all have an inner knowing and all knowing. It was telling me, no, go and seek natural healing. The naturopath tells me, give me 3.5 weeks and and you'll be healed. He says, my job, I'm working myself out of a job. I'm helping you heal, and you're going to heal yourself. I'm going to tell you what your body needs so that you can heal yourself. And I'm not going to see you again. So I count on referrals. And I tell everybody, if anybody knows me, you've heard me talk about the naturopath and how I swear by it because it transformed my life. Everything that they were trying to say, diagnosed me this, that, and the other thing. And he told me exactly what to do. He said, your body doesn't want gluten. Your body doesn't want sugar. Your body doesn't want certain things. And watch the contrast. Track it. That's why I made my wellness planner. You can find it on Amazon. I'll leave a link. It's so that we're looking at these things and really paying attention to when your body talks. And then he says to me, okay, all that's left after I had changed my diet, 3 weeks he healed me. I went for a scope and they were like, we have no idea what you're doing, but keep it up. And they were so mad, kept trying to call me with like, oh, we've got another specialist and we got this. And I said, no, I'm done. I just know now. I know now. And then the energy healing, hokey pokey roly oly, talk about transform. At the beginning of this video, I started talking, if you hadn't tuned in yet, I was talking about how energy's everywhere. It's everything. The wind and the breeze of the leaves and the birds and the bees, like everything is energy. We're energy. Think about, I talked about walking into any environment. Walk into your workplace, walk into a school, walk into anywhere. You feel the energy immediately, don't you? There is a vibration. You talk to somebody, walk by somebody on a street, you feel this. And whether you're conscious of it or not, it affects you. So here I'm in like social crisis intervention. I'm like in the heaviest of things because I really love helping, but had no idea the effects of the energy in which, and not knowing how to protect my energy at that time. I didn't know. And so no wonder I had pain all over my body because again, and I'm about to get into this part, not understanding the subconscious emotional root, the thoughts that I was having or taking this stuff in was affecting my body. I had pain all the time in my shoulder blades, in my back, in just everywhere, right? There was just all kinds, which dairy is a massive inflammatory. Like you want to talk about getting pain out. Nobody has arthritis. Stop dairy. I love it so much when I was working at the Legion with a bunch of seniors and they all have arthritis. And I'd say to them, what's your favorite food? We eat a lot of dairy. Oh, I'm not giving up my yogurt and my cheese and my what. And I said, okay, well, if you wanted to have fun with it, just do a contrast. Try a week off and a week on. You're going to feel it. It's unbelievable when you really do start to pay attention. And so not just your food, but your mind. So here's the mind is going to affect the body, your soul and spirit. Joe Dispenza talks lots about the body, mind, soul, coherence. Yeah, it's real. It's real. And when you do tap into this and start to have a consciousness of it, because it's just, again, something I was saying we're never taught. They don't want us to know this. That's why they only teach the basics and not anything about what your body is truly saying to you. They just tell you, if you have pain, go to your doctor. They've never taught us anything else. And they are so good at making sure that if you start to go anywhere else, oh, that's alternative. They try to say it's alternative, but yet it's ancient It's the way it was originally, and they just went, well, we can't make no money off that if people know that they can go and eat that plant and heal, or they can do this energy work and transform. And how does that keep money in their pocket? Of course they don't want that. So again, there's consciousness happening for all of us. We're all starting to really wake up to all of this, because we don't want to feel pain anymore, right? So here's what's so incredible. When I started doing energy work and understanding when your body is talking to you, because now it's instant. I want to share with you last night, okay? I love this book. I run to it the minute that I have a twinge, a pain. And you think about it, our vehicles, our actual cars, isn't it interesting how if the minute that your vehicle starts to make your car starts to make a sound or a rattle or a bing or a bang, what do? You run to the mechanic. So isn't it interesting how with our body, if you feel a rattle, a bing, or a bang, we're told to run to the doctor, but what if, and here's something that happened last night, I started to get a pain in my neck. And let me tell you, it was the kind of pain where like you feel like you slept wrong, or like I had lifted some water jugs. I was like, oh, I think I totally pulled something. And then I went, no, wait a minute. What if this is something energetic? Because it had just come on. It wasn't like I woke up feeling like all of a sudden, and it's that pain where like you go to turn your head and you can't, it hurts so bad. And when you do physically touch it, there's pain. Now I want you to understand, this is so cool. When it's energy, within minutes, if you catch it quick enough, like I did last night, I right away ran to this and I read neck. Listen to this. Represents flexibility, the ability to see what's back there. And the affirmation is, I am peaceful with life. And then there's neck problems, your spinal, so I read into this. It says, refusing to see other sides of a question, stubbornness and inflexibility. And I went, oh, that's exactly what's happening. The affirmation, it says, it is with flexibility and ease that I see all sides of an issue. There are endless ways of doing things and seeing things. I'm safe. It was so incredible because immediately I went, oh, okay, I'm going through this I want to be flexible and try all these new things with these lives. And I have all of these different creative things that I'm taking on. And the ego control part of me wants to like make a plan. And when I understand and know that I'm being guided, so I was refusing to see the other sides of the question. And I was like, oh, that's exactly, I am stubborn and I am being inflexible right now. That's exactly what's happening, because I was obsessing about how to go about it and, oh, just all the stuff that we do. And I was aware of it at the time, but I wasn't letting it go. And so as soon as I started reading this, the pain literally was dissolving moment by moment as I was like, it is with flexibility and ease that I see all sides of an issue. And I realized, oh, I'm only trying. And here's the thing, when you get spiritual, me trying to think with my mind is not the way to do it. I got a higher self and I got angels guiding me. There's lots of other ways. And I'm not supposed to get fixated and attached to just one way of doing things or feeling like I've got to know what that one way is. If I feel an instinct, it's fine. There's an endless ways of doing things and seeing things. So then I love to say to myself, okay, wait a minute. If I didn't have an idea or an opinion, what kind of magic could I create? And that really starts to help me let go of that control piece that we often have that creates that tense energy, that resistance to the flow that we're supposed to stay in. And your body wants to be in at all times, because that's how it does naturally always heal itself. I am safe because often when we're obsessing about something, for sure for me, the fears start to come up and the what ifs and, oh, I want to do blah, 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 blah. And you have to stop yourself and say, no, I am safe. I am safe. It was so incredible how I read that. I digested it. I could see the root cause. I was able, and all of a sudden I was like, it's gone. It's gone. And if I didn't know how to look into this and transmute the energy and really look at it in a deep way like that, I could have been running to the chiropractor, which again is interesting because what they told me when I was doing that and starting that was it was something that I had to do consistently. I could never stop. It was like a hose. And if it was bent, the water doesn't flow. So you always have to keep it aligned. And that I had to. And so I fell for that for a really long time without realizing, like, if I just heal my own body, if I take a minute to transform that energy and allow my body to go into its own natural alignment, do some yoga. I haven't had to go to the chiropractor now in years. So, gave me awareness of how my body is keeping the pain stored, which is what, yeah, Reiki is what absolutely helps transform that too, especially with your emotional pain that we've gone through. Exactly. So the emotional pain that we've gone through is so stuck in our body. And if it's stuck in your body, that's why I loved learning about energy healing. Put your hands together and feel, you'll feel heat, you'll feel energy. And it's Reiki it's everybody. It's universal source energy. It's so interesting how, again, they're trying to call it an alternative and it's a little bit woo-woo. No, it's original. It's like something that was always known back in the day, that everything was energy and that we can work with it. So it's just intention. And so I have some friends who are very religious and they say, but well, Jenny, are you working with God? Of course. Of course, this is God's source. Energy is God. It's all God. We're all one. And this energy, when you understand it, and if you want to use it yourself, make a ball of it in your hands. Intend that this is healing energy and you can put it into anywhere you want into your body. Take your hands and run them over your body. If you feel extreme heat in any of your energy centers, you probably need some releasing. So, I mean, it's very, very incredible when we start to, and there's so many different modalities of it. And like in Qigong, I love Qigong. I love that so much. Qigong is incredible. And again, it's just Qi is your energy, using flow and different movements to move it around. Want to make it simple? Don't call it anything woo-woo. Dance. What is something that has forever been an incredible release? Dancing. Notice how that they've kind of wiped that out too and made it very, jaded it a bit, so it's not actually feeling your energy and just allowing yourself to move the energy around and through you. Okay, I want to hear how some of you are saying. Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to open. Okay, yes. Thank you so much. So, okay, yes, I have to put up a new link. So I really do want to open up one-on-one sessions for a Reiki energy healing if you would like it, or I'm calling it an empowerment call. Instead of like coaching, counseling, those words have contexts in it that are a little bit hairy for me. So I feel like let's talk empowerment, mindset empowerment. And yes, my link has been down because I've had all of these things, like the universe is just popping up all of these opportunities. I'm even feeling very, very guided to start a retreat. So I've been working on that because I have so many things that we can do in a couple of days in this incredible environment that would absolutely help you holistically heal Yeah, and walk away with an entire toolbox of things that you continue to heal with. And I feel the same way as a naturopath. I want everybody to be so work myself out of a job, in essence, that you're so healed that you're going out and helping everyone else feel like that is all of our calling. If there's something that we can share that can help another rise in this transformational time in humanity, that's what we're supposed to do. Share whatever it is that we have as a gift, as experience for others. This is so wonderful. Yes, so I will be doing what I can to put up a new link. It'll be in the top of the I got to figure out when I'm gonna what days I can offer. And here's the here's where I start to overthink, everybody. It's because I start to go, okay, but it's all over the world, and so how do I know what times to be available, and how do I stay consistent on that? I think what would be awesome is if you wanted a session, if you could message me and then I can individually send you a link like within the next day, because I'm really good with, like, again, spontaneity and going with the flow. I'm all about going with the flow. So, and I'm not, if you follow me, then you know I'm not really into time and calendars. I'm not good at that. So, yeah, it's got to be somehow in a flow. So it would have to be within like 24, 48 hours to send you a link, and then let's get on it, because that feels the greatest when you're following that momentum. And I really think that that's our calling too, that once you let go of the matrix, let go of the have tos, let go of the shoulds, and you start to really tap into who you are and what you want, and you realize that, yeah, you are allowed to just flow. And if it doesn't serve you, if it doesn't fulfill you, you're not supposed to be doing it. And here again, I understand, because I've done it. You start to overthink everything. Well, if I don't keep this job, if I don't do that, if I don't, well, then how is it going to work? Because you can't see how it's going to work. But it's not our job, not our job to know how anything is going to work. If you're truly living in spirit, then you're living in a way that just allows you each and every day to listen to your inner compass. That's why I talk about finding our inner compass. You got to find your inner compass, and you listen to it by what's going to bring you the most joy in this moment. What's Do you have something that you're working towards that gets you excited, that you could work on each day, that gives you, makes you feel fulfilled and it's fun? Because if you're doing those things, that's keeping you in that heightened frequency that allows your spirit, allows your higher self to start giving you more ideas, more inspiration. And then you're guided to go to whatever place, and you bump into this person and that's said and this happens, or a phone call happen, like things just happen. But you have to get out of your own way, and you do that by stopping, staying stuck, doing things that don't make you feel good, period. Actually, does that make it simple? Don't stay stuck doing things that don't make you happy, period. Like, even, and we have been so conditioned, unfortunately, to for the instant gratification. This is the worst. Instant gratification is so popular that people don't realize it takes time. Everything great takes time. You plant a seed, and that takes time to come through the soil and become a flower, become a tree, become anything. It takes time, divine time, divine time. So let go of the script, let go of the time, let go of the calendar, let go of the pressures, and just start to truly live authentically in the flow for you, for you, because it's all within you. You have all of the answers within you. I promise you have all the answers within you. If you stop thinking about what's third dimensionally in front of you and being like huff puffed about it, let it go. Let it go. Easier said than done, but you can do it. You can do it. Thank you so much. It's so therapeutic. Do you know that's amazing to hear that? Thank you. I want to do all of that. You're so amazing. I love you. Talking, okay, this space, honest to great goodness, God brought me here. The angels brought me here. I asked. And I now can see how divine this is. And I knew when I got here I have to share it. And so joyful to hear you say that even just through a video, you're feeling this vibration, which encourages me even more and gets me so excited. And if you've been watching me, you know my favorite sound is cowbell. I wish I had my cowbell right now. Dink, 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 dink. It's just so exciting because I really want to be able to bring people here to share in this, which I am actually through this, which is fantastic. I'm so excited. And yeah, I've been really, really divinely wanting to do, I got to learn. I got a Yeti mic, and that's going to allow me to do ASMR because I've had many people, even people that I've worked with in crisis counseling and different things, when I'm working with clients, they're like, listen to me after and they go, Jenny, do ASMR affirmations. And I got to do that. You're so right. So, okay. Oh, on the to-do list again. See, so how do I book a schedules with things when I'm so inspired and in a flow? And retreats. Oh, okay. Oh, I gotta go grab my list. I'm working on it. I'm actually developing through a site, an actual retreat where you're gonna be able to go on, and I gotta put dates and all of the things that I can offer. And I'm so excited about it. I'm gonna do a whole video, I think, on what I can do, like, because I daily yoga, can you imagine you? Okay, if you're watching me again, please subscribe, follow along, become a member. I'm allowed to be memberships now with Soul Tribe. I can do so much more particular specific things for people there. That's one way. If you can't make it here, I'll do the stuff that I would do, let's say, in a retreat, kind of in the membership stuff. That's what I could do. And yeah, like, okay, if you're what I was going to say, one of my previous videos I talked about how could you be unwell if you came and spent a week in this environment where I talk like this is how I talk. If you're a friend of mine, like, and you hang out with me on this deck, this is what we'd be talking about. We're going to be talking about all this stuff. And so because I have an entire toolbox of things, I can immediately, as we're talking, be like, oh, okay, you know what, right now we need to do a meditation on this. I got to walk you through this. And then yoga, and then I'm going to feed you only the types of food that I eat. So even just role modeling how I'm living is going to be therapeutic, I would think, to show you, because people always are asking me, like, well, what do you eat then? How do you even, what do you do? You don't have a TV, what do you do? So having that experience, not being on a phone, and being able to sleep like you have not slept until you have slept in an environment like this, in the peace, even just being able to, and this is a bird sanctuary, being able to take you to the lakes and the bird sanctuaries. We could do so much. Okay, I've got to get into that. Yeah, I wanted to do in a space like this too. Yeah, you can manifest it. Your manifestation is coming. That's so funny. I just read the last comment, and then the next one you answered exactly what I was going to say. You're manifesting. It's on its way. It's on its way. Just know it, believe it, get excited about it. And again, don't attach to any particular outcome. Oh, this was the biggest thing for me, beautiful soul. I want to heart hug you right now because it's so exciting when you get to this transformational point when you're just like, I just know, I feel it. It's coming. It's all happening for me. Ha ha ha. God bless us social workers. We got into it because we wanted to help people. And here's the funny thing. We actually wanted to help ourselves. That's what I realized. It's like, and here's what I did all of the healing once I realized that. We got into this field because we didn't want anyone to ever feel the pains that we did. And we felt like we could really help. And that served the ego part of us, and tweaking into like your soul wanting to serve others, and we do, but the reality is when you're working so hard to help someone else, Who are you not helping? That made me go, pfft. I call those powwows when I'm having conversations with people and we talk really deep and you have that moment where something goes pow and you're like, wow, I never thought of it like that before. That's a powwow. Transformational mindset change where I went, oh, that I've always wanted to help all these because I wanted to help myself. Right. And so learning all of that stuff to help others was incredible, but applying it to yourself is the next level. And then, you know what's incredible? Now I don't want anything to do with the system because I realize, and here's what's interesting, as I started to heal and learn all of these different modalities, I tried taking it into the workplace. And guess what? I had my supervisors and bosses calling me at home going, okay, you know what, Jenny? We have clients getting way too attached to you. They're wondering every time you're coming on for shift, and we're worried about like your boundaries and the type of stuff that you're doing with them. Like we're not really sure about. We don't really allow that because we're not insured and blah. And I was like, okay, so you want me as a crisis intervention counselor, but I can't do anything to, you just want me to bring them into the system and then stand back and let them have no support? And what's interesting to me, I said, so I can't go above and beyond. Okay, I get it. I can't go above and beyond. Just do the textbook stuff. That doesn't work for me. And it was really, really difficult but it was a part of what made me, I had to leave it. It made me realize I got to get out of this and find another way to help others. And that's when the angels told me to get online and share, because I didn't even have a phone thing or anything. But I listened. And now I realize, look at us now connecting, and I'm realizing, oh, here's how we could truly help people outside of the box, on the other side of it, being able to help the awakening instead of feeding the matrix, which is such a thing. But yeah, help ourselves. Once we help ourselves, then we can truly help other. It's so interesting. Yeah, we learn from each other for sure. Yeah, it absolutely can be so transformational helping others. It it's just figuring out what works best for you. And if you are able to protect your energy, that's everything. Because once I had learned energy healing, I could go into any of those experiences and help anyone and not feel it. And I remember coming home, and a couple hours after being home, I'm into my meditations or my yoga, or I'm doing whatever, and all of a sudden I'll have a flashback, like a memory of what happened during the shift. And I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. That means I didn't internalize it, because I had started using the mantra too. I observe, I don't absorb. This is key, and that's for life. So much is always happening. You can observe, but don't absorb. That's everything. Keeping your shields up, protected. We don't have to digest it even. And I remember being really helped and healed too during a Reiki session that I had done to me. I was told, she goes, you just need to realize, Jenny, you don't need to save everyone. That came from my history, from my childhood, from feeling like that child that just, without knowing better, just felt like I wanted to save everyone, and kind of felt like it was my job. And then all of a sudden she says to me, no, it's not. Remember, God's got that. They've got an angel army. Every child, every client, everybody that you want to save has their own army, has their own chart, has their own journey. And you just touching their life may be all that was desired and needed. And let that be good enough, and let go and let God do the rest. Well, that healed me. And I was able, because again too, when I start learning more into the spiritual contexts of things, like when they started calling things light workers and empaths. And I'm reading all these things and I'm like, oh, I'm all of these things. I think we are all, we're all of these things. But you've either turned it off, became matrixified or whatever, or a robot, or, kind of like hamster wheeled, and not in tune. And that's all it's about. Because I think everybody has many, many moments in their life where you feel energy, or you feel like you're curious, but so much makes you want to turn it off when no one else, especially around you, can relate. That's difficult, but I did never care. I'm really, really proud of myself for always being like, if someone was like, because this was always, you're weird, I'd be like, thank you. I'm supposed to be weird. I'm a fingerprint. I'm not nobody else. So I don't want to be normal. Thank you so much. I remember I had a 5-year-old at one point be like, Miss Jenny, you need to grow up. And I was like, you need to grow down, sweetheart. You need to grow down. You be a child, and it's okay to be a child. And I don't ever want you to lose your inner child. That's something I'm never going to lose. So I encourage you to play with me, and let's not grow up. Grow up. And it just helped me. I was always able to objectively see what society was doing. But when that 5-year-old told me to grow, and I couldn't get them to play anymore, they were losing their imaginations because they wanted to be on a screen with a quick fix. This is an issue. That's a whole nother thing. I could do a whole video on that. I believe and receive. Believe and receive. Yes, that's what all it's about. The minute you could feel that believing, then just be open to receiving. That's the law of attraction. If you've not watched The Secret, that was the very first thing that transformed my life. Absolutely transformed my life. Ask, believe, receive, but they don't teach you enough the importance of when you're believing something, that you're feeling it. Like, it's not just like, oh, that'd be nice. Oh, I hope. No, 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 no. Like, believing is like, I know, like I know, like I know. I can just go with the flow. Like I know, like I know, like I know, like like there's nobody can tell you that it's not. That's how much you got to know. Do you get it? That feeling. That's believing. That's believing. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. So I'm trying to find the prime times of the day to be coming online. So I'm going to try different times. I just wanted to connect. Yes. Yes. Yay! Soul tribes! Because, yes, I want so much to live in a community of unity where we all are able to share our love and light with each other. And that unconditional love that we're born with, I want to share that with each other because it's all within us. But I feel like we just need the safe people, safe environments to do that. Safe, where you feel, yeah, like you're not judged, like there's no expectation to be anything other than who you are, what you are. That's all that could ever be expected. And do you know when people are trying to find your purpose? I had the angels tell me in downloads at one point when I was praying on this and I was meditating on it, I was journaling on it, and it was like, the answer came. Your purpose is to just be you. Just be you. Because being you is more than enough. And know that wherever you're being guided to go, whoever you cross paths with, that's divine. That's for a reason. Because just being you is enough. You're enough. More than enough. Like a beautiful soul. Pure and full of life. that you don't even know yet. You don't even know. Just wait till you start to unpack what you've got within you. Well, this is amazing. Okay, so I've been talking 4444. Did you even just see the angel numbers? I just looked up at like how much time have I been talking? 44 minutes and 44 it said. 4444. Do you know how divine that is? Because those are the angel numbers of the ascended masters. That's like our archangels, Jesus, and that's the highest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that would be double eights. Abundant prosperity. That's what we're all heading towards. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments. Aw, you're so awesome, Reese's Pieces. I'd pitch a tent there to soak up your energy. Well, I've got lots of beautiful land for that. Oh, this is amazing. I love you guys. Okay, so much love and light. I think I'm gonna wrap this up because clearly I can keep talking. I could talk all day. I can always talk. And I always can talk about the beautiful love and light in which we are all a part of. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. Yes. So I want to thank you all again. Thank you so much for being here. I need the heat. That's why I have to come stand in the sun. Ah, beautiful. Now, but I can't see the screen. So, thank you all for being here. So much love and light. If you're joining just for the replay, don't hesitate to leave a comment, subscribe, and join the Soul Tribe membership. And yeah, give me some feedback. What do you want to learn about? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that everybody has the most incredible, blessed day. If you're going into your evening, that you have the most incredible blessed night, and that you are filled with clear dreams that allow you to have the divine momentum, ideas, and inspirations given to you to live your best life, whatever that is to you. Thank you for being here. Oh, those angel numbers everywhere. How do I say? I want to be able to say your name. Area? I love you. Honest angel numbers all of the time. And look up what they each mean. But even in itself, the minute that you see them, you can just know, okay, I'm being guided. I am being told that I am right on track. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. I always say that. And I want to say that to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I'm going to wrap this up now. And I've got I got to make some more videos. I've got a few things. I want to try one of those AMSR and affirmation videos. Because actually, yeah, I was writing even some of those out. That's great. So thanks again. Stay tuned for so much more content. And that potential retreat, I've got to get that completed. That's so exciting. I would love to share that. Like, when I ask myself, what makes me come alive? It's that. I've been doing it my whole entire life. Anyone who would ever sit and work with me and be with me and let me help, because I'm so intuitive. I just love to intuitively feel what it is that you need and give you what you need. It comes all the way back rooted to when I was a kid and I just wanted to save the world. But you know what I'm learning? It's okay to give your all when it's an equal energy exchange and they want to receive it. I can't tell you how many years my own psychologist was trying to tell me, Jenny, wait for people to ask. And I'm like, well, people don't ever really even know what they need. I need to have, just need to tell them what they, because then, but no, it's true. You can't help nobody unless they're ready to help themselves. So I love so much that I've been able to find this format now and learn who it is that's ready. And then I can give my all. That's perfect. Again, okay, I can continue talking forever, but thank you. Much love. I forget how to even stop this. It pronounces as Arya. Oh, it's so beautiful. Arya. That's the greatest name I ever heard. That's beautiful. Beautiful. That just makes me feel the ray of Arya. That's cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rhea. That's the coolest name ever. That's amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for rising and shining. Do you know that if I'm keeping a high frequency and you're keeping a high frequency, and even if it was just two of us, like each one of us, if you can hold a high frequency, apparently that transforms like 70,000 negatives or something. Someone said. I like to believe it. I like it. Precious. Is it? I felt that. I was like, you're just precious. That's cool. Well, pat your mom on the back or whoever it was that chose your name because they did a good job. That's nice. That is beautiful. Good job, Dad. That was a good name. That's a good name. He must be spiritual more than he knows. That's incredible. So much fun. I need the sun. Isn't it? Do you find it interesting lately? Anybody else? Can you relate to this? How it's like, um, I swear, last year when the sun was shining, it could heat up everything. It would heat up everything around you. And now I feel like it's only really hot if you're directly in line with it. It's so bizarre. So bizarre. Don't you find that? If you're not directly in it, like I'm right here, the ray is, but the only thing that's hot is my foot if I put it into the sunshine. Unless I'm directly in the sun, I can't feel that heat. But then, and it's extra hot. It's, yeah, so many different things changing. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, especially Rhea, you precious flower. Keep blooming. Aw, I love it so much. Heart hugs. Thank you so much. Much love and light. Have a more than magical day. Love you. How do I? Okay. Much love. I don't know how to get out. What do I push? X. Okay. Okay, I love you. Bye.